I mean, I'm going to be perfectly honest. I kind of like fell asleep because I was super tired. So I only saw some of that.
So are my streams just there to help you fall asleep?
Are we now?
No, I was just tired.
Commentary. Guys, we're now doing the commentary for Braden. Braden is not talking, but we are. So we saw a man pondering his orb. We're down a corridor. Oh wait, now he's going to do his voices.
Men would rather ponder orbs than go to therapy.
Joke's on you, I do both.
I mean, that's between you and God, Braden. You know that.
Yeah. Welcome to Eye of the Beholder. I'm your guy.
So,
Guy
this
Beholder.
game's
better or worse
great.
than Ultima Underworld?
This game's great. I'm just going to go ahead
I mean,
and
this
say
game
that.
came out 2 years before Ultima Underworld.
Oh, okay.
And it's a
This-
different
Like
kind
what?
of game.
I've sometimes said, like, I kind of want to do a thought experiment of what's the furthest back you can go with any genre and still have a good time. And I think that this game is maybe the furthest I'm willing to go back, technically speaking, with the CRPG genre, and still think this is a banger.
No Pool of Radiance? How far back is that?
Wait, no,
Pool
it's
of Radiance
before
might be doable. The thing about Pool of Radiance is just it's clunky as even with
yeah.
Gold Box Companion.
So
which
here's the
is
other thing:
essential.
I'm still fucking flabbergasted that in these old D&D games you can just bump your stats all the way up to max.
I mean,
you have to. But yeah.
But here's the thing, Justin. Like, for some people, the approach to tabletop role-playing was the role-playing, not the mechanics. It's always been that way, so that's usually the gimme to those people.
Also, from my
Or it's if you want to put your
Also-
character into
Also, from my
this.
experience in Baldur's Gate, like, these stats are important. They will make the game easier if you do this, but it's not everything.
No.
Oh, look!
Like,
look at Arbitrary Water just bumping up the stats to maximum.
If you
just
really
play easy mode.
push me to play Ultima 5, I can probably do it, even though I hate the paper doll inventory system of that era. I could probably do it.
This guy's name
It's
is
just-
Guy Beholder.
Man.
How do you think the original Wasteland holds up?
The modern version is playable.
Yeah, it's fine.
As long as you accept that half the skills are worthless.
I mean, that's like the weird thing about like Fallout 1 is that Fallout 1, for all its faults, is like uniquely playable
As long
For
as
being
you
an
do
open
small
world series.
guns and have high agility.
That's the one thing I think we should keep in mind when we talk about things that are playable. Like, a lot of these games expected you to, if you made a bad build, just restart.
I mean,
I
Which,
remember when
like,
Harley
if
tried
you're like,
to.
if you're like 10 hours into Fallout 1,
You're already
and you
near
have
the
to
end of the
restart,
game. You're
that's gonna
fine.
suck. Okay, 5 hours in. That still sucks.
Yeah, but just here's the secret. Just have like 8 or 9 agility and tag small guns.
But unless you look that up beforehand, you can't know that.
Yeah, but people always pick swords.
The swords are cool.
And
Swords
small
like
guns are the
swords.
swords of Fallout.
also, to your point, Justin, that was an expectation for a long time. Like, even to a certain degree, like, Oblivion expected that out of you. It's, oh, you created an unusable class and character. Get fucked.
Sure, but
I mean,
Oblivion's
Oblivion,
leveling
you
is
can
also
be
fucking
everything,
shitty.
though.
Like, the way Oblivion does leveling, kind of, you can
Just
like,
jump a
you
bunch.
can't totally fuck yourself over the same way you can in a lot of old school RPGs, but like, you can definitely get to a point where enemies are way outpacing you because of the level scaling.
Yeah, we're going fighter mage thief. Because I assume at some point you will need a thief for something.
That's why, if I were ever to replay Oblivion, I would download a mod that just removes the level scaling and fixes the leveling.
No, just jump for an hour,
No.
like a real gamer.
Actually, you can fuck yourself over if you do that.
I know you can. Are you talking about, you're talking about jumping over or the level? Or the...
If you...
Athletics, if you are not careful about simply running and not using the fast travel system, you can actually give yourself levels too quickly and fuck yourself over.
That was actually a problem with Skyrim when it launched as well. If you were to spend too much time like messing with the alchemy and speech and sneaking and lockpicking and so on and so forth, you wouldn't have a combat capable character.
Oh, can't
When
make
you
the
go
gnome a mage in this? Because gnomes can only be illusionists. Nerds.
But yeah. One could argue the genre has always kind of been hostile to its own audience.
What? Insular Grognards making Insular Grognard games that resent anyone other than Insular Grognards playing them?
Yeah.
Who would have thought?
I'm glad you're here to be a belligerent twat.
Uh-huh.
Well, yeah, now they make games for no one. Now they just make video games for the widest audience possible.
Yeah, they make games for people who fuck. You know, like Stellar Blade.
Yeah. No one who has made or played Stellar Blade has ever had sex.
Jesus.
Anyway.
Look at that absurdly detailed pile of rocks.
Let me just... Let's see. Save game. And now... Let's see. How do we get this? Alright.
Riveting gameplay.
Fuck off. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Do you need to start doing heroin so you can get a dopamine hit every 3 seconds?
I mean, heroin is going to slow me down. You know, I don't want to speed up.
I'm attempting to get the mini map to work.
Skill issue. Just use
Oh.
graph paper.
No, I live in current year.
I'm really the one to make fun of for using graph paper because I've actually done it multiple times for my adventure game stuff.
I mean, that was the whole thing about Etrian Odyssey, was drawing your own maps is fun.
Yeah. A good game series.
Etrian Odyssey.
Yeah, I mean,
I can't feel if you're being facetious or not there, Postmaster.
Oh, that's
Etrian Odyssey
that's
is
my
good.
charm, isn't it?
Yeah,
Look at where
it
we
is.
ranked
Yeah, it
it
is good.
on our list, right,
Etrian
Brayden?
Odyssey 4.
Wait, if you like Etrian Odyssey 4, what? Okay, whatever. My brain. It's just I feel like there's a disconnect between saying you like Etrian Odyssey and like not liking games of this type. Because it is a hex crawl.
Oh, not really hex.
I mean, it's not a hex crawl.
I mean, not a hex crawl. It's more of like
It's a
still-
blobber.
Oh, I know.
It's a real time blobber, right?
Yeah.
Yes, these are real-time
Yes.
blobbers.
Yeah, my
Like,
APM's dog
This
shit.
is
So
okay.
there you
So
go.
Legend of I'm pretty sure you already know this, Boardmaster, but Legend of Grimrock is essentially a modern version of this game.
Yeah, that's why this is being played right now to own me.
Listen,
Yes.
a large portion of my life is built off of spite.
Mhm.
Yes.
That sounds unhealthy.
You get used to it.
Like we have 2 Spike Kings here.
Someone's got to be the Spike King.
Are we supposed to be seeing a video?
I am working on it. I am
Maybe you should
attempting.
use a torch to illuminate the screen.
Can
So,
one word out of your mouth not just be a shitty little?
The thing is, if I say something nice at this point, you're not gonna believe me.
I can mute you. I am.
Damn it. Jack.
This is not unentertaining, but I can't tell where the bit ends and actual resentment starts sometimes.
Me neither.
Do you ever think about, Brayden, how, man, goddamn, Westwood made some of the most, like, foundational CRPGs and then became the RTS people? And no one really talks about, like, their importance on other genres other than the real-time strategy stuff. Because, yo, they made Eye of the Beholder and then Lands of Lore.
Yep. They also made Warriors of the Eternal Sun.
Another good game. They made
For
that
the Genesis.
They made that battle. They made a couple of BattleTech games that some old school people really like. I know that you weren't a fan of Dragon Strike, but it's ambitious for the time, right?
Okay, there we go. I had to make sure to enable GOG cloud saves. There we go. See, look at this. Now we have a visual representation of my mini-map.
Wait, that's not in the game? You're doing that somehow?
No, this is a third party. But
A lot of
good
these-
night, Avery.
A lot of these old RPGs expected you to use graph paper to make maps, make your own
My
maps.
so it's a-
nephew's going
So
to
it's like
bed.
a plug-in
Uh,
dog?
What he's using is a plug-in,
Got it.
basically.
Just more or less like Etrian Odyssey, except without a stylus.
with an
Yeah.
actual pen and actual paper.
Yeah.
Which I could see why that would be like a fun thing to do for certain people. I would.
Oh
rather,
yeah, I mean,
would
especially
rather,
as a kid, I'd be like, oh cool, I could actually
When you
make a
got,
map. It's like a learning
like
experience.
if you want to get totally absorbed in that process, but like much like Braden here, I am old and weak, and I would also need the map if I would ever play this.
Or maybe you could just go the other way around and just, develop a keen sense of direction.
Never.
It's what I wish I could say.
There's all these walls look the same.
Could you imagine needing to drive somewhere and not using your GPS even as a precaution?
I used to do that all the time.
I mean,
We're all
I'm
enough.
pretty good about routines. So if I have been to a place enough times.
Oh yeah, there's that. I'm just like my early days of working in the office of a construction company had me going a lot of places in Ontario without any GPS. So that was always a fun experience.
Would you like print out MapQuest or have an atlas in the truck?
We didn't really have a color printer, so a lot of times I would print out directions typed out on Google. So it's like, you got to make sure to get this exit, otherwise, like, well, you're screwed.
All of us are old enough to have seen that happen at least once.
Mm-hmm. Also, sometimes it was just like, yo, this road's closed, so you're gonna have to route your way around it. So pull out the Pearly's map and figure it out.
Stop at the nearest gas station and ask somebody.
Back when they knew, because nowadays they don't even know. If I ask for directions to the gas station now, they're like, I don't even know where I am.
I even feel like the number of gas stations that are capable of repairing your car has dropped down dramatically.
I can't think of any gas stations around here that could repair your car.
Yeah, I
You
can't
get
think of
gas.
a
That's
single
not a
one.
thing anymore.
You can get gas, you can clean your windshield, that's about it.
That's all
Oh, it closed behind me. What will I do? Oh. Alas, trapped forever.
Also, I imagine that drawing your own map on graph paper is bad for stream unless you have a camera pointed at the paper.
I'm not enough of a cool guy. I'm not a man in his 40s or 50s with a large beard.
So wait,
One
this
day.
isn't. Eye of the Beholder wasn't straight turn based. It was basically Legend of Grimrock.
Yes.
Okay, as I said, Legend of Grimrock is basically Eye of the Beholder, but more modern.
Do I also need to play Dungeon Master now?
Is Dungeon Master like this?
Yes. Dungeon Master is like the first one of these.
Yeah.
Because that was 80s. This was 1990. You can
Would you,
tell
like-
because it's using VGA graphics.
So what you're
Yeah.
saying is, Braden, if you had to make a mobile version of Dungeon Master,
Uh-huh.
you would make it an exploitative, like.
You're
quicker
talking about
game.
Dungeon Keeper. Dungeon Master is a different game.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry.
Fake,
Could you turn
fake
Dungeon
gamer
Master into a
girl.
gotcha somehow?
But could you turn it into a gotcha regardless, Braden?
You can turn anything into a gotcha if you try hard enough.
I think the rights for Dungeon Master are weird.
So you're saying there's a chance.
And the rights to Dungeon Master have to be like, what, $5 at this point?
No, it's one of those things where it's much more difficult and weird.
Oh, okay.
Also, the name Dungeon Master sounds so generic that seems like you could just make your own.
The original
They
Dungeon
call it
Master's
Dungeon
super
Master.
cool. It's also it also does not have a mini map.
I
But
mean,
it
does
is,
have
it
a
is
plugin?
like this. And then there's also Dungeon Master 2, which maybe doesn't seem great. But I will play it at some point
Because it's a good game.
because it seems
How do-
dubious.
How well do you like Lands of Lore?
The first Lands of Lore is great.
Everything
about
after
the
that
other
is a
ones?
depression factory.
Lands of Lore 2 and 3 are products of their time.
I.e., they're actually bitterly disappointing games because they were forced out of the can way quicker than
Well,
they needed.
3 was. 2 wasn't. 2 is just early 3D.
Yeah.
Were they still on grids?
No. No.
No.
They're free
Oh.
roaming, baby. I think Lands of Lore 3 was one of the first dubious RPGs I did, so it was before I was archiving streams. It
Oh, and that's
smells
perfect.
terrible here.
All right.
I got a dart.
Lionheart says, "Is Chaos Legion in the list for, I assume,
Dubious character action, yes. Yes, it is.
Hmm.
Because that
That
game
game.
seems weird. Because that game was like the abortive, we have a Devil May Cry at home, but the thing is, Capcom made it. It came out in 03. The slimy, smelly drain pipe reveals nothing.
Throwing carry-on crawlers this early at you seems kind of cruel.
It's fine. See, and now the ladder down won't go down because it's...
Will this game tell you your stats, like armor class and stuff
Oh,
outright?
yeah.
Or...
See? I have an armor class of 3 with Franzibald.
Oh. Hmm. That's not bad for 15 minutes into the game.
Yeah, everyone starts at level 3, more or less.
Oh. That explains things. I was assuming this is a start at level 1 kind of thing.
No, it's not quite that rough. Yet.
Yeah, this game gets brutal after a certain point.
This game has a hell of a Yuzo Koshiro soundtrack.
Which you showcased while we were waiting.
No, not this time.
Oh. I'm
It was a
disappointed in you.
CNC. Oh, look, the copy protection's been bypassed. Hehehehe. Alright, we're gonna make a...
Is this one of those games that had like copy protection where you had to check the manual for the answers?
Yeah, it's a video game from the 90s.
So, if you ever bought a game from the 90s used,
Oh, fuck.
hope you had access to a BBS where a friend happened to know everything.
You knew a guy who knew a guy.
Or your pirated copy had a pirated manual in it.
One key, two doors. Not all is as it appears. Look, Val's already level 223. I love AD&D multiclassing. It's so dumb.
It's also busted. But that's why it's fun.
And then, of course, dual classing. Oh!
You have to worry about food in this one?
Ah!
I mean, like, is it a meter? Yes, okay, I see.
Yes,
It's a
it's a
meter you have to
meter.
keep up with.
A hollow laughter echoes faintly.
Alright. I will talk to y'all later.
Dagger taken. A whispering voice says, illusion. Solid illusion. Already, level 2 of the dungeon. Already dropping illusory walls.
Game doesn't mess around.
Already teleporter. This is an orc rune of passage.
I can't help but get a little nostalgic just looking at this game and the way that it looks.
This was...
It makes me all warm and tingly inside.
See, it was an illusory wall. This is what video games were like when they were good.
Oh shit. Fuck.
What?
So you know Nikki, the new one of the more
Nikki
newer.
Grayson
Yeah,
of Giant Bomb?
yeah. Nikki's a great troll.
Yeah, they seem great.
So they've been responding to every single one of Fortnite's official tweets about the Brotherhood of Steel thing, and this is Nikki's first thing. Finally, Star Wars be in the Fortnite, and it's like, I love to see the Star Wars Dark Soldiers in Fortnite. When is Kit Fisto going to be able to don the power armor in the Fortnite? It's like, oh, it's just they're so good at this. They're better than I am.
Sure.
Ah,
Paper doll inventories.
yeah. The good stuff. Looks like a travel marker. Ah, see? And now... And that's how I bypass those teleporters. Ah? Dead end? I'm glad they're finally putting Star Wars into Fortnite.
Yeah, it sounds like it. No. Lionheart, I started the Pokemon debate, and then I ran the fuck away.
Yeah, mister. Yeah, mister. What's up with that?
Wait. Hey, here's this Pokemon debate. Bye!
Watch your step.
How do you like these nightmares? See ya.
Good evening.
Good evening. Welcome to Star Wars. Wait.
Oh, is Starkiller here?
Yeah, yeah, Starkiller's here. He's like,
At the ending of that game. Remember when you got bodied by an evil clone?
yeah. Yeah, I remember the ending of that game and how good it
You
is.
can skip it with a single button press.
Yep.
I mean, who needs an ending?
Yeah, who plays video
They're
games
overrated.
for storytelling?
That's true. Most people don't beat games when they buy them, so
Well, yeah.
you can just cut them out altogether.
All those Sony games have very high completion rates.
Oh, do they?
Oh, yeah, dude.
Yeah, good for them.
Because they're constantly characters who are like, maybe we should do this, Dad.
Poor Kratos.
Boy.
No, yeah, that's a pit.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows? Maybe one day they'll make The Force Unleashed 3.
No, they won't. That boy ain't canon no more.
Well, that's true. That's right.
Wait, what if they made a new Forced Unleash and it was just making Starkiller canon? I mean, that's what the Cal Kestis kind of is, except now it's more Souls-like.
And Ginger.
Kids these days be talking about Cal Kestis when they should be talking about Kal-El Katarn.
Oh, yeah. I agree.
He's my OC. He's Kyle Katarn, but also Superman. Next question.
Is this guy also a Jedi?
Yeah. He's Superman, but also a Jedi.
He's really cool.
He's really cool.
Can he breathe in outer space?
Yeah, he's from Krypton. He's a Jedi from the planet Krypton.
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 My favorite Hurge character.
I believe that's how Brando says it in those Christopher Reeve movies.
Great.
I am Jor-El from the planet Krypton.
Krypton.
This is That's my Marlon Brando impression. You're welcome. It's very good.
Honestly, it's not
Lionheart's
bad.
asking if you've GM'd a Star Wars tabletop campaign.
No.
Right now, give me the setup for your long-term Star Wars campaign.
There is a homebrew 5e.
I mean, there are multiple Star Wars RPG rule
Yeah,
sets.
Fantasy Flight has one.
Okay,
I played the Fantasy Play one. It's okay.
Oh, that's not great to hear. I've liked a lot of their work. But then again, they made Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay 3rd Edition, which is that weird board game, so they're not perfect.
So we're a bunch of smugglers trying to get away from the Imperials just to make a quick buck, right? That's how you would run the campaign? I'm kinda done
Okay,
with
but
that.
only
No.
Oh wow, a party of
A sh-
nothing but Han Solos.
A shadowy figure walks into this bar, jizz playing in the background. Too loud,
My name
but
is-
you can still hear him underneath the din. He's short
Jizz.
and underneath a black cloak, but just barely you can make out the features of a blue elephantine face.
Yeah.
I'm Max Rebo. Kill my enemies.
Oh God, our boss is Max Rebo. I'm down. Let's
Yeah.
do it.
No, he goes. Everyone loves that song in Return of the Jedi Special Edition. It's my favorite thing.
So I'm currently looking up a Star Wars name generator.
Kit Fisto.
Would you like a male name?
Buttholo.
Dusk Hoops.
What? Sounds like someone tried to make up a name and just
Dusk
sneezed.
Hoopston.
Doug, who's
My name's Dusk Hoopston. I'm a.
This is,
Here-
this is the last one I'll say. Zach John, which is the name Zach and the name John put together, and then the last name is Trobro.
That's not
This
a.
isn't
That's
real.
not a Star
This
Wars
isn't
name
real.
generator. That's a.
That- Yes, it is. Fantasy name generators. They have some very good ones.
Yeah, Fist Kiddo.
No, you don't want that name. That's not a good name.
Then why did George Lucas come up with it?
It's reversed.
Zach John Trobro is if I ever play in a Star Wars game. That's
Special quest for this level. I got rations.
that means just like secret, right?
Yeah.
Special quest. I don't remember. Hello, I beat this video game. Ask me anything about Eye of the Beholder.
When did you beat this video game?
Roughly. When did it come out on GOG?
2015,
About then.
maybe.
Whenever it came out on GOG, I got it very quickly and beat it.
Is this like an early 90s thing?
This
Or
is
like
90.
a mid-90s thing?
This is 1990.
So literal start of the 90s thing.
Yes. Teleporter. Rats.
That's this way.
Okay. Well, let's rest for a little bit.
So what if you have no healers? Does the rest
Then
just
you've
not
played
do
the
anything?
game wrong and you've lost.
Like you could rest, but it will literally like no one will be healed. They'll just be like,
Let me
"Oh, I
tell
feel
you about the
refreshed."
natural healing rate of characters in an AD&D, my dude.
Yeah, they.
It's in days.
The
there's
players
a
rested for
range-
35 days in this
There's a
dungeon.
range of builds and party comps you could make. It's very narrow.
You need a cleric, and you probably
need
need a
archetypes.
mage.
You need rolls.
And sometimes you need a fighter. And sometimes you're like me and
You
you
need
just
a thief.
No, you don't. Most AD&D video games you barely need a thief.
I know.
Or they just shove so many gosh dang traps at you that they punish you for not having a thief the one time it's necessary.
Remember that one hallway in Arcanum?
Yeah, I sure do. You mean the part where we stopped playing the game?
Yeah, because it just becomes like a discotheque. It's just constant traps on almost every possible square.
And then you're like, who play tested this? And then you realize the answer is no one. And
I
then
think this thing is
And the
overrated.
guy's just like, you need to leave. That's it.
Yep.
Go to this
Yeah,
island.
so
I don't
you
know.
see, the magic of Arcanum is the magic of constantly almost tricking yourself into thinking you're having fun.
Yeah, but also the phrenology quest.
Yeah, no, there's some really good bits in that game. The main quest is kind of whatever, but there are some really good side quests. but the game itself is, you are in a constant war with your ability to suspend disbelief and trick yourself into having fun.
Also was a game that felt like, because of the cavalcade of things that you could do in that game, the balance was all over the place.
Oh yeah, no, if you make a tech character and do not already know where to get the best stuff to make recipes, good luck. I hope you like
ambition up the
having
wazoo.
Virgil do all the fighting for you.
Yeah, ambition up the wazoo. Respect it for that, but yeah, that game was.
How do you use
kinda rough.
lockpicks?
I thought it was very funny how just making a person who hits things very hard breaks that game entirely.
Yeah, it turns out the most useful character class is hit.
Yeah, is person what with sword.
I don't know. I had a pretty good time throwing shit.
Oh yeah, that can be fun.
Oh yeah,
Crafting
throwing
Molotovs
and
then setting everything on fire.
magic missile. Ha 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 ha.
Okay, Skeletor.
Okay, this stone dagger is not a real dagger. I have terrible news.
Oh no. Whatever shall we do?
Was I supposed to put it in one of those holes? Who knows?
Alright, so Symphony of War, I've determined that if you play this game like a Fire Emblem game, you're going to have a bad time.
Yep.
But if you play it like Ogre Battle, it becomes very easy, even on hard mode.
Yep.
Oh, group of archers? Nope. What if you just made a very balanced crew?
Yep.
And you win every fight.
Congratulations, you discovered the secret.
It's cool. I also like that they don't let you, like, your hero units, they have to be their own squad. You can't, like, yank them out and put them in other people's.
Yep.
There are a few exceptions
there are a lot of
to that,
cool
but...
There are a lot of cool things about that game, and also I think it's very impressive that that thing is using RPG Maker. Like, you can see them pushing against the limits of RPG Maker.
I believe Felvedek is also using RPG Maker.
Yeah, it is.
Which I can only tell based off the menu. Oh, I really like that game.
I will play it at some
I don't think
point.
it's exemplary or anything, but like it has
It's
such
weird
a specific
and
thing
it's
doing.
Slavic.
Yeah, and it never stops being exactly what it is for any moment.
Wow, what riveting gameplay this is!
Going back between these featureless brick hallways.
Ah,
It's Eye of the Beholder, baby.
well, maybe you're having fun.
I can't tell who this is supposed to be.
Yeah, well, who's this?
Oh, if I wanted to have fun, then why would I be having fun?
Is it me or is
Yeah,
it
nope.
Boardmaster?
It's
Oh, okay. Sometimes I don't know.
Slack requires a key. Oh, geez. That's right, run away. Thou art turned, foul undead.
Oh, that auto map is doing it for me.
Yeah. I could not do this without the all-seeing eye. No way.
Oh, this game specifically, you need a map.
And I'm an adult man with things to do. And the only time I'll say this, I've thought about in tabletop, I've thought about doing a campaign where the player characters have to draw their own map
Yeah.
in
Yeah?
Roll20,
Uh-huh.
and then it's
Okay.
like
You lost me.
you run into the wall and die.
Oh.
I don't know. Tim
I think
Elfman
there's,
has
like-
gained a level of experience.
Oh, Tim. I think like making a hex crawl of sorts, but like make it so they have to go to a place before you unlock information about it. It's fine. Like a generalized map, but they don't know where things are. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
The idea of like, okay, so we're gonna make the river here, and the GM's just smiling back there, going like, "The river's not there, you fool."
The river's not there.
Ugh.
It was all an illusion.
But you see Yatsu Vecna, ...
Oh,
Vecna.
fuck. Damn it.
Kids love Vecna.
They do.
Well, hey, that's what D&D's trying to sell all these kids about being the hottest shit to ever come out of a shit-ass shitter.
We got
Mhm.
nothing else going on. We had to delay the rollout of. It's no longer called 1D&D. It's just called Dungeons and Dragons, because that's not brand confusing
Yeah,
at all.
They renamed, yeah,
Just
they
call it
renamed
5.5 and move on.
No,
They don't want to do that.
you don't understand. They
I
will
know
be.
they.
Do
They
you
got burned
know
on
how
4E
scared?
so bad that they don't want to do that.
There, 4E. There are so many Vietnam flashbacks at Wizards of the Coast around 4E.
That they won't even consider it as an option. It's
Also, the other thing is, they know that they have a large audience. They have a large mainstream audience, and they don't want to hemorrhage that by turning people off with a new edition with like rules that aren't easily compatible. So
I mean,
that's
I've thought about
why.
it. I think the only thing they really need to do, I think the foundation of 5e is actually really good. I think it just needs a new skill system, and I think
the combat needs to be
subclasses-
less boring.
I think they just need to make it so you get your subclass of mechanics earlier on. Like the idea that you might potentially have to wait until like level 14 before you get like an entire ability type is dumb. Most games don't
I
get
think
past level 10.
the
But
problem.
What about the
is
people who
there's-
want to go after level 10?
Well, then
Yeah.
make it so there's upgrades to those abilities you get, but you get them earlier on.
Relkin, you're
I think-
describing Pathfinder.
Yeah, but
Um,
what if it wasn't Pathfinder?
I mean, what if a lot of things weren't?
I would just say that I think that the thing that has happened repeatedly over and over again based off of what kind of scene is they're just afraid that this new generation of D&D players have never had to make the upgrade to a new edition, and many
Yeah.
of these people playing D&D 5e, this would be the first time they've ever had to comprehend the idea of a new system in general, because they've never had to do it with tabletop or video games. Other than maybe people who remember needing to upgrade their console generation.
Sure,
but-
that's why I thought maybe like you keep the general framework, you just alter some of the stuff on the side.
I mean,
think
they're
just
kind
so
of they're
burned on
kind
that.
of doing that.
Also, what I'm describing is actually just is 4e.
But also, what you're describing is kind of what they're doing with D&D.
I'd be curious to see if they're doing like any skill system or
You
subclass
can
changes.
you can look at the playtest materials.
I will.
Where are these skeletons coming from? Honey? Honey? There's goddamn skeletons. Alright.
Oh, never mind. I just realized there are certain characters that you can definitely put together. Okay, no, that's just protagonist, the rogue, and the super paladin lady. Okay, never mind. I think I might have just broken this game over my knee.
Which game?
Symphony of War.
Yeah.
I didn't realize like there's a lock next to some people's names and there's an L just indicating leader. So like, okay, this person I could.
Yeah.
Okay, so what if I just put all these people in a group?
Alright. I'm missing a key. Which means we're doomed.
Where haven't you been on the map?
I've been everywhere on the map except the behind the locked door.
Is that locked door the middle left of the map?
Yes.
What about the bottom right? It looks like there's a passageway going down to the bottom right corner. Or is that like a teleport to another part?
No, that's just a teleport.
Okay. Oh, that means it's probably just like in an alcove in the wall or on the
Or
ground.
behind an illusory wall. Because they would do that.
Illusory is a good word.
Yeah, but why would I put things behind a wall? That's not very good. This is a bad game.
This is a big map, though. Look at this map. It's really big. And cool.
Yeah, well, this is level 2 of the dungeon.
Mhm.
So,
Could have played Stone Keep.
I've played Stone Keep.
At least you would
What
have been
if he played
fighting
Stone
Muppets.
Keep?
I've played Stone Keep. There's video evidence of me playing Stone Keep.
That's basically just What If by Eye the Beholder, but it had a bunch of like adventure game, like no, not adventure game, but like Sierra-esque, like instant death sequence.
Yeah.
Oh, you woke up this giant, he kills you. There are bugs everywhere. You're dead.
But Brian Fargo loves it, and it has puppets.
It does have puppets.
Does have puppets. You know what else have puppets? Commander Blood.
Sure does. Sure does.
That's a real goddamn video game.
That's a real video game. None of this baby video game stuff. Oh. Those assholes.
Oh,
Oh, what the fuck?
yeah. Level
Okay.
2, baby.
Fuck.
Now click this once and go check every area that changed, and then go back
Yeah.
if you didn't find it.
So game is good, is what you're saying, Brayden?
I mean, this game is an all-time classic.
You've just played for a full hour.
Yeah. I mean,
Someone
I
is
could
happy.
also check out other games, but none of those other games are gonna have
this.
this. Also, I need to solve this floor today. Because if I were to play more of this, I would forget all of this.
Yeah.
Because I won't be back. I won't be back with this computer until Saturday, at the earliest. So
Sounds like a perfect opportunity to just change this into a roguelike.
no,
It's not
because
Jano.
that game also exists. It's called Dungeon Hack, and it's bad.
Ugh.
I don't hate Dungeon Hack, but I also don't think it's an especially well
I
executed
can't pick this
idea.
lock.
Why is your thief even here if they can't pick that lock?
She's a level 3 thief, surely. Is this like the one time a pure class thief is going to be of any use?
That would be very funny.
Quick question:
These
does this game
skeletons
have the
keep-
thing where if you walk into the walls, you get hurt?
No.
Okay, I always thought that was a really dumb thing that I've seen in so many of these.
If this
And
game
by
had
so many,
that,
I mean like 2 games.
yeah. Listen, if we wanna play some fucked up games for fucked up people, we can talk about Ishar.
I thought you were gonna say Konung.
No, Konung is made by Russians and therefore is flawless.
I couldn't even figure out how to like navigate in Ishar. Like, it's just
Yep.
what a weird fucking game.
Yep.
Wait, Braden, remind me, which version of Konung has it to where the music is all fucked up and will crash? if
It's
you're
the
not
GOG
careful?
version. The GOG version of that game will crash once all of the music plays. So you have to turn off the music.
Mm,
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
It seems like a shitty way to have a workaround, but sure.
Yeah, you would think that maybe GOG, a platform that at one point promised that their games would not be fucked up and unplayable, would have figured out a workaround for that, right? Or at least fixed it.
They want to be profitable, so they're not going to spend as much time doing that.
I'm just saying.
I am looking at where this key is.
I would say at the very least what they should have done then is like if there's a way to have a config file come with the game once you install it, just have the config file automatically turn off the music.
Because the other thing the other thing that the all-seeing eye gives you is okay. It gives you a free little a little cheat guide. Okay. There's apparently some stairs I have missed which is always a good sign.
It happens.
And I feel no shame in just looking this up.
I don't blame you for doing it, so I don't see why not.
Yeah, finding stuff in these games is not the impressive thing. It's can you actually get through all the crap on the way there?
Okay.
Found it?
I think I know where I need to go. I feel no shame in using guides for this, because this is a game that was meant to ruin you.
You shouldn't feel bad at all. Period.
Yeah, look at that. It's meant to be like an elevator. I would have never figured that out.
You would if it was the one game that you had that was new for like the next month. Or 2,
Yeah.
or 3, or 6.
Yeah, but I live in modern age where there are 4,000 dope indie games that are all out today. Songs of Conquest is good. It was good when it was in early access, and it's still good now.
I believe you.
Malf Sassadero, that guy. Tim, Elfman.
Acid Arrow, one of the few actually useful spells in Pools of Radiance. What if I were to tell you there are 4 spells in Pools of Radiance that matter?
Are they Cure Wounds,
Sleep,
Sleep,
Melf's Acid Arrow, and Fireball.
Magic
That's it.
Missile, maybe?
Maybe.
Almost every fight in that game is resolved by either Sleep or Fireball.
Honestly, I don't mind classic CRPGs having like easy gimmies like that. Considering how maliciously designed they can sometimes be.
Yeah. I mean, Chris, you've played at least a bit of Pools of Radiance, right?
Yep.
Remember the trolls at the end of the first dungeon?
Sure do. Fuck that shit.
Oh, yeah, of course it throws trolls at you in the first dungeon.
That will totally regenerate. The way that you beat it is by after you kill one, you have a person stand on its corpse so it can't revive.
That's very funny.
And even then, it's basically a gamble as to whether or not they don't just immediately body your strongest people.
Yeah.
And if you don't beat them, it means you haven't beaten all the encounters in the slums and therefore will not get the massive pool of experience and gold for beating the slums.
Yeah, I don't know how
I like that game. Somehow.
yeah, but did you play Curse of the Azure Bonds?
I started. It's weirder. It starts off with like actually like a region you can go to, and it becomes a lot harder to figure out where to go.
Yeah, has like a map.
No, yeah, it's a broader scope, and that's cool.
Yeah.
But if I try it again, I'll just look up where to go.
And then, there's Secret of the Silver Blades.
Hellsfar is in there somewhere.
Yep.
Pools of Darkness, I think, is the end.
Yeah, Pools of Darkness is the last one, and then there's also
3 Dragonlance games and
3 Dragonlance games.
some Buck Rogers games.
Savage
God.
Frontier.
Well, the backstory as to why there are all those Buck Roger games is kind of interesting.
Well, it's because the lady who owned TSR was the heiress to the Buck Rogers IP.
And she was like, how about we spend all our D&D money on Buck Rogers?
Which I directly profit from.
Weird.
Weird.
Oh, these games aren't selling? Well, keep printing them. And also, what if we print more books set in D&D? Yeah, I don't... a lot about.
It's
how
almost like
good.
TSR was a horribly mismanaged company.
I think a lot about how that company was poorly managed, but I also think about how there were certain parts of that era of D&D I would kill to have back.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
actually, a company that doesn't feel as if it needs to kneecap the homebrew community at every turn
Mm-hmm.
would be relieving. Honest. It would be a relief.
Okay, what did I get from that? Other than a bow. Which we're gonna shove on our half-elf rogue. So apparently for solving that little dagger quest, it's just a thing of rations appears in front of every little dagger hole.
Eh.
That's the reward for this level's secret quest.
Nice.
That's pretty good.
Well, what if I told you this not elevator has 3 levels to it? And anything's magic.
Remember the identify spell used to just fuck up the character completely?
Yeah.
How did it do that?
Because the magical energy that rocked your body as you attempted to turn the enchantment upon the item before you.
I remember
Sure.
when identify literally cost like 100 gold every cast.
Like a pearl or whatever?
Yeah.
Isn't that actually still what it is?
Yeah, but the pearl is not used up.
Oh, okay. So it's like the
It's it's just a material component you need to buy once.
yeah, like the chromatic orb thing.
Yep. Like a lot of things, it's a weird legacy.
I mean, if you want to talk about like weird legacy things that probably will never go away, but they're kind of like slightly pointless.
All of the stuff in the gear section
The gear
of the player's
section.
handbook.
I mean, I hate to
Ten Candles
say
ways?
I hate to say it, but you could even argue that like alignments are in that same situation.
Oh yeah. Well, they tried to get rid of alignment in 4E. And like everything else about that all right, We did it. We got to level 3 of Eye of the Beholder. It only took an hour.
Yeah, it only took an hour.
It only took an hour. Because I had a map.
Heck, alignments are fine. Just people who insist that once you choose, you have to stick to
Alignments are
it.
descriptive, not prescriptive.
Yeah. Sure.
Or alternatively, alignment is literally just where you are on some sort of grand cosmic battle.
Sure, that's another thing. I think it's just a good touchstone for where your character is at, like, ethics-wise.
Because, you know, the whole thing in Planescape is that...
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scoff at that.
Law and Chaos are, like, immutable...
Listen, you want to go to the plane of law, we can go there. How do you feel about rolling
How do I
one
feel about
number forever?
Modrons? I love them.
Was it you roll 11 forever?
Yes.
That's so good.
Yes, areas on Mechanus where the forces of order are so strong that you always roll average damage and you always roll an 11.
See, that's just fun.
That's just...
That's also a place you could not be at until you have it. Like, good stats.
Please look forward to my inevitable planescape around the plane in planes in 80 ways campaign, in which the party Knowles.
Party Knowles?
In which the party must go on a planar scavenger hunt proposed by an eccentric demigod who lives in Sigil.
I think that could be a fun one for, like, characters that just start off at, like, level 10 or something.
Yeah.
Like,
Or, you know, you just go to the upper planes first and, or hope that you can find something in the Outlands.
Oh, that fish man.
Yeah, fish man.
Oh, that fish man.
Hey, that's me, a fish man.
Fish man just got out of the shower and you just murdered him.
Yeah. He's in a sewer. The sewer is his shadow, or I'm sorry to tell you. He's... can't trust him. Fishmen? Whether they be Kuotoa or Sahagwin, can't trust him. I just like saying Sahagwin.
Sawagwen?
Yeah. Yeah, Sahagwin. That's how you pronounce it.
I know, I agree with you. I've heard it pronounced Sawagwen.
So you see, the Kuotoa are the Underdark fishmen, and the Sahagwin are the we actually live in the ocean fishmans. Does anyone have any questions about?
No. Tell me about Shulk.
Shulk? He's in Xenoblade. He goes.
That's Shulk.
Oh, Cholt.
Yes, Shulk.
It's a dinosaur filled jungle that also has a bunch of undead roaming it. It is featured in the adventure Tomb of Annihilation.
I'm sorry, now I'm just thinking of Now It's Rain's Time. From
Now It's Rain Time!
Is that a thing that he actually does?
He says it so much.
Yeah, it's a meme.
Is that the kid who
It's your character's best friend.
It's
okay.
It's the friend character.
It's not the kid who ends up with the three kids
that's
from
Rex.
3 different people.
That's Xenoblade 2.
It's the first one.
Yeah.
Do you think they snuck that in without Nintendo knowing?
No, they did.
They don't
Nintendo
care.
don't care. As
Fucking
we've
Intelligent Systems
established,
has literal pedophilia in it.
the
Okay, fair enough.
the era of Nintendo being down with horny started in around 2013 with
Yeah,
Fire
I
Emblem
can't stress
Awakening.
enough. Yes, it's not Noe. Noe is the other thing. It's
Yeah.
literally the 14-year-old boy who's screwed.
Yeah, don't think about it too much. It's a cute, fun anime thing. Don't think about it.
Yeah. Oh,
He's
the
got a
child
pot on his
character
head.
who will ask Noe's partner.
Do
Basically,
you
if
have
they're
a
pedophiles,
do you
they're
have a
funny.
thing for little kids? And it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, I like the part where yes, Na will ask her father like, "Hey, do you have a thing?"
Just be glad you're alive, kid.
Oh,
Dad.
I had to do a lot to save the world.
oh no,
Oh man, these things got it.
Guy Beholder.
I don't know, is Guy Beholder dead?
No,
I was gonna
he's
say, there's no
unconscious.
actual time skip in that game, right?
No,
yeah,
it's not time skip. It's a parallel.
it's time
Oh,
travel.
there is
Yeah,
actually
like
a minor
the
time
kids
skip.
from the future show up in the past, right?
It's like
Yeah.
an alternate version of the world where Evil won.
Yeah.
I actually don't even remember what was the justification behind the baby dimension in the next game.
The
There
baby
isn't.
dimension. There's a
Oh,
baby
God.
dimension.
There barely is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because they
Just-
needed to have. They wanted to put kids in.
What if your
But they didn't want to age characters.
Yeah.
Too much of they're too cowardly. They couldn't just
Well,
do
it's not like
Fantasy
there's
Star
been
3.
precedent of them doing that in a Fire Emblem game. So, I don't want to do anything new. I attempt to trigger, these two fail.
I mean, thing about that is
Oh, also, Fate has like incest in it. Like Nintendo has been down with this stuff for a while.
oh, but it's okay. They're not related by blood. It's fine.
Uh huh.
Also, that game's just maybe the most excessive. Okay,
Who is your favorite lord?
who's my favorite lord?
Hector, baby.
I mean, in terms of effectiveness, it's Sigurd.
But that axe jumping attack animation.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Also
those
Hector's
GBA
a
games have
motherfucker.
some great animations.
Yeah, Guy Beholder got fucked up in that last battle, huh?
Guy Beholder. There's an apostrophe after the D.
Yeah, well,
A lock beers, Gene.
You got something against Marth flying hurt?
Marth doesn't promote and he doesn't wear pants.
Well, they retconned that.
Yeah, I know.
They
gave him
retcon pants.
They,
Yeah.
Still
yeah,
doesn't
they
promote?
gave him pants and Mystery of the Emblem.
Is that the true mystery of the emblem? Where did these pants
Supposed
come
to have
from?
leggings, god damn it.
Where do the pants come from, you mean?
Yeah.
They come with the Fire Emblem.
Just to be clear, also if I am semi tempted to if we ever play because we have it on our list, if we ever play
Genealogy of the
genealogy, one of us should consider using the replacement characters. Oh, weird.
What are replacement characters? Is that
So,
like a thing?
so in Fire Emblem Genealogy of the Holy War,
Oh, Guy.
yeah, all right, we're calling it for now. We're gonna play a different game.
Yeah, why not?
I made it.
That's pretty good for 90 minutes prior, or a little under 80 minutes. Really, it
Oh,
took
my
you
sensor
several minutes to
came
get going. Fine art beholders are motherfuckers. Literally, one of their entire stocks is just about making an anti-magic field. anywhere it
Yeah,
blows.
beholders are nasty. Like beholders are boss monsters.
Yeah, Even ones that are like battle damaged, missing multiple stocks are scary.
There's a reason why. Okay, window capture.
They're cool though. I think
Window
my
capture
favorite,
being like, yeah, that's a DOSBox window. I don't know.
my favorite old D&D monster design. I believe the original art for a mimic is literally just a chest that has like a cartoon fist coming out of it.
Yeah.
It's
Oh yeah,
very good.
that first edition AD&D art is good. It's good. Let's see. What do I want to play?
Lionheart, forget Lords. Who's your favorite advanced character they throw at you at the beginning of the game? And why
I
is it
mean,
Seth?
Seth is busted. Seth can solo the game.
Yeah.
It's basically a cheat code when you really.
If you use Seth, you cheated not only yourself but the game.
Okay, no, so the actual answer is it's Marcus in Binding Blade, who's almost useless.
Hey, Old Man Marcus is very good for the
like a
first 6
90-year-old.
or 7 chapters, and then you bench him. You bench him
I was gonna
forever.
say, who's the there's one you can get at the very end of the Gaiden. It's like your grandfather.
Oh, yeah,
thing.
Myson.
Right. Myson.
Yeah.
And he's bad. But
Characters
you know,
should get the opportunity to actually level.
let's see, what was I going to play?
Dark Envoy, that's what I saw on your Steam.
I mean, outside of Sigurd and like Genealogy of the Holy Wars, I feel like the most recent games have done a lot to like the protagonist has to be like the most powerful world destroyer ever, right?
I mean, Robin
is busted.
Robin is exceptionally
Frederick was
powerful.
pretty good. Frederick was pretty powerful.
Yeah,
I don't think he was a paladin.
I mean, Frederick is actually like, unless you're playing on Lunatic, Frederick will be fine the entire game.
Robin is busted, and also like Awakening's Morgan is
Oh, yeah.
powerful. The Avatar in Awakening is also very strong.
Lionheart, it's Fire Emblem 2. It's very much a Fire Emblem. It's the direction that they ultimately ended up going. That's what Awakening is.
I mean, that Sacred Stones is a throwback to Fire Emblem. I remember what I was going to play. Here's a DOSBox window.
Oh, hello.
Okay, so it's the biblical
Max
alternative to Myst. Okay.
Yeah.
Name your top 5 favorite juice whaler. God, I love how that's...
How do you feel about MIDI?
I love it. I love it. Okay, here's more of a challenge. Okay, let's talk about the strongest and most overpowered Fire Emblem characters who aren't dwarves or Jiggins.
I mean, Zed.
Who was was it in 7? Or was it, I don't know, he was a journeyman. He was like the thing that turns into either a fighter or a... It was Garcia's son.
Ross?
Yep.
Yeah, I think it might have been Ross. He gets...
Ross is the only one of those trainee units who's actually worth using. Without grinding.
Dawn has
Center joystick and press button. Yeah. Yeah, my joystick.
Want me to send you my house?
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
The Radiance also has Titania.
I could
Yeah,
be
Titania's
playing Pool of Radiance. Subtitles on.
Yeah, you could get to that troll fight pretty quickly. Both Radiants also plays pretty well.
Enter your
It's
name,
just
pilot.
the numpad.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta turn this DOS box. My name is,
Max Reaper. No, Max, but spelled like Mach. Like
No, it's
speed.
fine. Don't worry about it.
Loop shit.
Yeah, bloop shitto.
You are to inspect all cargo-carrying vessels that
Okay.
pass through this area.
How do we feel about units that are
accomplish this,
introduced
target
pre-promoted in
each
Fire
freighter
Emblem
and
games?
transport. Then fly
Sometimes
close
they are
enough
good,
for your
sometimes
ship's
they are
sensors
trash.
To determine what
Sometimes
cargo
they're
the
a
vessel
red
has
herring.
on board.
Sometimes they
Check your
exist
progress on
to
the
be
mission
used for
goal screen,
2 chapters
followed
and then
by
benched.
hitting the G key. You will fly the TIE fighter designated Alpha 1.
All right.
You
then
will be
you've
the
seen
only
it, so
craft
no.
in your flight group.
Yeah.
Stay alert for radio messages.
People
as
have
this mission
opinions
Yeah,
about
Fire
progresses.
Emblem Engage has plenty
Use
of,
your
like,
message
really good
log,
pre-promotes.
toggled by hitting the L key to review this communication. Freighter traffic has been above normal in this area. We think this is related to the retreat of rebel forces in the aftermath of our attack on their base on Hoth. Stay alert for rebels hidden amongst the freighter convoys.
Okay.
Incoming ships. They are entering the area near Void B-18.
Clear. Yeah.
TIE Fighter Alpha 1, inspect all craft. Freighters requesting permission to pass through this sector. Transports
I'm really
requesting
looking forward
permission
to
to pass through this
his
sector.
So nearly done with this job.
I believe in you.
I firmly hit that that point where I am just zoning the hell out.
Speaking of like weird tactical games that came from Westwood, is Order of the Griffin?
I think we should play Warriors of the Eternal Sun. Not because it seems good, but because it's a console RPG that is actually trying to do AD&D stuff and isn't like a bad side scroller.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So how's
I had
this
never heard
control
of
line
this.
you're in?
we're scanning the freighters.
Okay.
You can play a lot of these old games with just mouse just fine. It wasn't super granular back then.
Oh, this game's
All right, let's
cool.
Warning. Illegal cargo located on one of the freighters.
Uh-oh. It's the rebel scum.
Imperial transports are being dispatched to board the freighter.
And you're on a TIE fighter.
Yep. I forgot how to
The incoming shuttles have not identified themselves.
You know, a class in Fire Emblem I really like.
Yeah.
The one that just
All
lets you
TIE
get other people
fighters,
to turn
beware of
back.
enemy shuttles.
Did they have one of those in Three Houses or Engage?
Alpha 1, help the transports weaken
They
the
had
freighter
the
shields.
Lady in Fates. That's the last one I remember.
Well, Lionheart, I'm glad that you asked. I actually wrote something a few years ago about how TIE Fighter is being presented in video games as comparable or equals to X-Wings is wrong. Good.
No, TIE Advanced are equivalent to X-Wings.
Yes, correct. Remember when I explained to everyone on Giant Bomb why that first Star Wars Jedi Knight game used the wrong Star Destroyer?
Yeah, I remember this. I need to remember how to roll, like, how to adjust yaw.
Yar.
Yaw.
Target disabled.
Alright, we did it.
Abort mission. Mission failure.
What?
Inspector cargo.
Some craft have slipped by you.
Ah!
You just get all disoriented.
Inspected.
I lost.
To base.
Yep.
Because I apparently did not investigate all 5 of the freighters.
I love that the first mission in this game is literally just like border control.
Yep. And now we get...
There are some new craft to
How do I quit? Okay. Okay, I did not...
Yes, Lionheart finished Coder 2.
Well, let me actually... I love that window capture for DOSBox will then just grab any other window. It's great. Let me just scale up this. All right. Oh, I can change the mouse sensitivity too.
You should finish your KOTOR 2 run. Yes, you should. Just remember that there's a bunch of stuff in KOTOR 2 that you shouldn't care about. Like, the game will try to convince you that lightsaber stances matter. They don't. They really don't. They
You get
really,
cool
really
meditation forms if you're a consular that also don't matter.
don't. They really
Yeah.
don't. None of that shit matters. Like,
There's
it's
single use
cool
of
that it's
force
in
lightning.
there. That's the other thing that kind of breaks KOTOR 2 for me, is even if you are light side Jedi, you can just
just
put
get
all your
lightning.
points into Force Lightning and just murder everything.
It's not like you run out of force points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want, also the problem is even if you want to like, you know, roleplay, I can't choose lightning. Turns out Force Wave, just about
Also
as good.
good. As a kid, I used to always think that
Enter your
what is
name,
it, the
pilot.
speed up option, like the run, was a waste of a point. But no, actually, you really do want to just run across all of those open wastelands more than the standard running speed.
One TIE fighter from Alpha, Beta, and Gamma
Especially in that
squadrons
first game,
will be
like, I
out on
think of
patrol
the,
around Outpost D34.
Tatooine
Your
level
mission
where
is
there's
to
just
inspect all
endless
cargo-carrying vessels
sand
as they-
dunes, and it's like, I have no patience for this. I want to get through this.
Incoming ships. They are entering the area near Boy B-18. TIE Fighter Alpha 1. Inspect all craft. Freighters requesting permission to pass through this.
I think the weirder thing
Transport
about
requesting
that
permission to
first
pass through this sector.
KOTOR game is playing it the very first time as a kid, not knowing what the twist would be.
Yep. And being like, wow, it blew my mind. I am 13. Oh, I see.
And
The
then,
roll button is the arrow keys.
as I have gotten older, right? It's like, yeah, this is basically what BioWare did in, you know, all of those Baldur's Gate games. Okay, sure. I think the other thing is that it's kind of lost to time because you just know, is that game really wants you to be convinced that your character's not going to be a Jedi.
Yeah.
And
Except
if you
in all
actually-
the pre-release stuff where...
sure. And if you actually believe that, and you put points into like armor and shit,
Or
that is
guns.
waste. If you put points into guns, that's a waste. Which is like an advantage to KOTOR 2, where it's like, yo, you're just a Jedi, man. Like, he lost the order, but whatever, fuck. Just Jedi shit, right?
Imperial
Use your
transports are
lightsaber.
being dispatched
No
to board the
bullshit.
freighter.
I just, in terms of like people who talk up the story, like I know Austin Walker has said a lot about how they think the story of 2 is significantly better. I don't know. It's just a lot of like Star Wars proper noun syndrome, and then also you're a wound in the Force, and
The character writing is better.
Yeah.
The main story is a little better. It's fine.
The incoming shuttles have not identified themselves.
Oh yes, of course. This map helps.
All TIE fighters beware.
I mean, I should really actually look up the key bindings for this game because it's an old man flight sim.
Alpha 1, help the transport weaken the freighter shields.
Wouldn't hurt.
I can do that right now. I could do that right now.
The power of the internet.
The power of the internet. Hello, my name is Carl Sagan. Billions and billions of galaxies are formed in the cosmos. Have you ever been to America?
What is America?
Nothing but a miserable pile of secrets.
Braden,
Yeah.
I have breaking news for you. 8 minutes ago, something very important happened.
Yeah.
The Good Doctor has officially ended.
Oh, good. Doctor. Oh, I
Not-
died.
Not my favorite autistic man. Between that and the recent loss of young Sheldon, I don't know how I'm gonna get through the day.
Oh, don't worry. Old Sheldon.
Incoming ships. They are
Have you
entering
seen the
the
video
Yeah,
clip of how
reruns
they
of Old
ended
Sheldon
that
are
show?
still on.
requesting
No, please
permission to
don't.
pass through
Oh
this
no, they're
sector.
it's a whole thing.
TIE fighter Alpha
Can I-
1, inspect
Is it
all
okay,
craft.
Braden, if I tell them?
Can't believe you spoiled young Sheldon.
Can I
What
just
if I
tell them?
told you in
So-
the television show Young
Transport
Sheldon?
requesting permission to
Yeah.
pass through this sector.
They brought him back. They got the original actor.
They
and
got
they put
they got
old
Jim
man
Parson
makeup on him,
to
and
wear
he- and
bad
they-
old man makeup.
and they
Nice.
have him have a talk with young Sheldon about how
Oh,
getting older is actually good, and he refers to himself as Old Sheldon. Casually, but I don't think they're actually going to do it, hinting at the possibility that the next show would be.
Well, they're
Old
doing a
Sheldon.
spin-off of Young Sheldon.
Yeah, but yeah, they're gonna do a spin-off
With
of,
his
like,
brother or
teenage Sheldon.
whatever.
Yeah,
Same actor?
Yeah.
Well, good for him.
Like the
Still
thing
having
you
a
need to
job.
understand is that all of these network sitcoms last
We're
forever.
just like, oh god, please watch television.
Yeah, it's just, well, the people watching television, aka the
Illegal
olds.
cargo located on one of the freighters.
You know what? I would say what you will about network television, but I still feel it's better than the YouTube algorithm.
I don't know. My
I
YouTube
have
algorithm
seen
gives
some-
me exactly what I want.
Yeah, I'm more. Have you like witnessed what happens when a YouTube algorithm just goes to complete fucking shit?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No,
Great.
I've seen what YouTube looks like when when it all goes bad. Yes, I've seen what YouTube will look like when.
The incoming shuttles have not identified themselves. All TIE fighters
So
beware
I
of
feel
enemy
like I've
shuttles.
seen something absolutely heinous recently.
Yes.
So last this weekend, basically the weekend that just passed, I went to a barbecue at a friend's house. I hadn't seen
Yes.
him in a while. He's got a daughter, you know.
Yes.
So as the night got later, we basically went inside and we were like, I don't know, just playing like Italian cards and shooting the shit and talking. While his daughter was basically just binge watching YouTube on their TV.
You discovered Coco Melon, didn't you?
No, I'm not talking. Trust me, it's way worse than that. It's like she was basically watching whatever was throwing upon her, right? So it's just constantly throwing new shit here and there. At one point, we just started hearing like "Would you rather," and then it would say people's names. And you know, first I didn't think anything of it. I'd hear stuff like Angelina Jolie, then Angelina Jolie now. It's like, what are you talking about? Eventually, I turn around and then I see it show. It just says "Would you rather?" It poses the question, "Would you rather?" And then it says Emma Watson then and Emma Watson now. And then it shows a picture of Emma Watson as an actual child and a picture of Emma Watson now. To which point I think I made that, you know, like the B movie, that guy's face?
Yeah.
Yeah, I made that face. I'm like, what the heck are you watching, little girl? I don't fucking understand it.
What?
Capture operation. Some craft have slipped by you without being inspected.
What?
Return to base.
Yeah, it's like, is this, what is this channel trying to say?
I thought I inspected all of it.
Maybe you missed one.
I love video games.
So Eye of the Beholder.
So, Eye of the Beholder.
Incoming ships. They are entering the area near.
Alright, let's do third person.
TIE Fighter Alpha 1.
Oh, this is the
Inspect all
worst. Why would you do
Raiders
this?
requesting permission to pass through this sector. Transports requesting permission to pass through this sector.
Alright. Return to the world of survival horror, Lionheart.
You can't make me.
So anyways, Braden, like I said, because Advent has been doing just nothing but these like makeshift IRL in
Yeah,
real life
these
collabs,
off
I've been watching
collabs.
more Fauna, and Fauna playing that forklift game
Yeah.
is incredible.
Help.
He also just started singing randomly.
How do I go back to my regular view?
Have you tried
Are you
hitting
just
the
looking
button?
at your like rear
I was
view
looking
mirror,
out my rear
basically?
view.
Incoming ships. They are entering the area near Boyd.
One day I will learn how to actually
TIE Fighter Alpha 1. Inspect
balance
all
power.
Raiders requesting permission to pass through this sector. Transports requesting permission to pass through this sector.
Okay. Backspace is full power. But how do I manage power? I mean, I could also play X-Wing, but TIE Fighter's the one people like.
X-Wing is the easier one.
Yeah, but that's the great thing about TIE Fighter, is that you are a TIE Fighter. You are piloting a very squishy.
Illegal cargo located on one of the freighters. Imperial transports are being dispatched to board the freighter. Alpha 1, help the transports weaken the freighter's shields. The incoming shuttles have not identified themselves. All TIE fighters, beware of enemy shuttles.
Oh, okay. Oh. Oh
Sorry.
no.
I've just been thinking about the good doctor.
As you
Oh, okay.
As
The
is
flight
natural.
control system's damaged. And I
How many
died.
seasons was that show going on for?
Several.
7
7 seasons, huh?
7 whole seasons, man.
The only
Seven
I've never
seasons
seen
of
an
movies.
episode, but every once in a while I would see a promotion for it.
Hey,
I feel like that guy was just doing his best Muppet impression every time he was on screen. At least that's how I choose to believe.
You don't understand. His mind works on ways that we can't even possibly begin to comprehend.
All right, I am.
Just absolute insanity.
Yeah, that's how it works. Okay.
I feel like with the Good Doctor, it was the scene, right?
Okay, it's F8 and F9.
And then that went viral, and I feel like people watched
I am a surgeon.
an episode of the Good Doctor and then realized, oh wait, this is it, huh? Fuck.
Yeah, no, it's little autistic wonder boy.
It's definitely not patronizing, I'm sure. But if it keeps
No.
insisting that you're so incredibly special that you might as well not be human. You're just so special.
Transports requesting permission to pass through this sector.
All right.
That would just be insanity.
7 years.
Freighters requesting permission to pass through this sector.
I mean, if the husk of The Simpsons could survive that long, then anything can happen.
Super Eye Patch Wolf claims that the most recent season of The Simpsons was actually pretty good.
Good for them.
I don't know if I believe him, but I like the idea that the people who are writing for The Simpsons now have at least some level of awareness that they can't just do that.
So, it's a bit of that, and then also it seems like they have made a couple of announcements that signal that they're
Illegal
aware of the
cargo located on one of the
common
freighters.
There was an announcement that they would not be doing anthology episodes anymore.
Sure, what possible story is there left to tell?
Oh, they're not
So
going to do Treehouse of Horror anymore?
Transports are being
Yeah.
dispatched.
Well, no, they're gonna do Treehouse of Horror, but like the ones where it's like, oh, they're going on vacation and they're in the car, and so now they're gonna tell a story about,
that
you know,
been a
relatives
thing?
from hundreds of years ago. And yeah, it sounds like they tried with this most recent season to do like what every modern television show does, where there's like pseudo-recurring story themes and characters.
Some
Serialized stuff, which honestly, if you pushed me to say, like, what do I want modern Simpsons to do? A serialized story is maybe at the lowest point on that list.
I think that I always like the idea that like a final season of The Simpsons should be like maybe one big.
I
arc
mean,
or
that
something.
movie should have been the last thing they did.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Honestly, yes.
Because that movie's pretty good.
Yeah, I remember seeing it in theaters. I enjoyed it.
I'm Tom Hanks. If you see me out in the wild, just leave me be.
Americans can't trust their government anymore, so that's why they've asked me.
Oddly enough, not entirely not far from the truth. Yeah.
Do you think Uncle Joe could get Tom Hanks talk about ice cream?
No, I
No,
think you
didn't
can only
he
do that
have Mark
to
Hamill?
like he had a bunch of people who played presidents in a Zoom call recently.
He
I
also
saw
had
that.
Mark Hamill do his press conference.
Yeah, well, because it was May the 4th. Get it?
Sure.
Commence capture operation. Abort mission. Mission of
What?
Some craft have slipped by you without being inspected.
But I inspected them.
Return to base. This is Beta 1. Target
You didn't
destroyed.
expect them hard enough, Braden.
This is why you would never make it into docks.
Oh. Of course. The keyboard reference is K.
Oh, this is falling like Ultima 1.
Yep.
Gotta use the whole keyboard, baby.
No.
It's there.
Okay, E is select nearest attacker.
I need a funny royalty name.
Chadwick.
Just the last name, surname.
Chadwick.
Okay.
Chadwick, my favorite actor.
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't fit. Damn you.
Chad. Chadwick.
Chadwick.
Princess Millie Chad.
No. Thad.
Bad Chad.
Thad the Chad. Or Thad Chaddington.
There's so much.
What do you mean there's so much?
Sorry, I'm just staring at this now.
This is a real video game.
Yep.
Capture operation complete.
So you admit that this would be better with a HOTOS setup, right?
Okay, I needed to scan transporter group data. Oh, so there was another thing of... Anyway. I think this game is very
Incoming
cool.
ships. They are entering the area near Point
Very
B.
ambitious for the time.
94, baby.
TIE Fighter Alpha 1. Inspect all craft. Fred is requesting permission to pass through this sector. Transport's requesting permission.
And
to
I
pass
think
through
the
this
DOS
sector.
version of this game is way cooler than the Windows version. Because the Windows version just uses Redbook John Williams audio. When I want that iMuse. I want music that dynamically changes based on can't see. Look,
Imperial transports are
there
being
were
dispatched
things
to
I
board
needed
the
to
freighter.
scan over here, apparently. I discovered the secret.
The incoming shuttles have not identified themselves.
What was
All
the
TIE
secret?
fighters, beware of enemy shuttles.
Yeah! We're gonna do it.
Incoming ships. They are entering the area near Void B-18. TIE Fighter Alpha 1, inspect all craft. Fred is requesting permission to pass through this sector. Transport's requesting permission to pass through this sector.
Look, if I put all of my power into engines, I get a whole 25% speed boost.
Warning. Illegal cargo located on one of the freighters. Imperial transports are being dispatched to board the freighter.
Going full power.
The incoming shuttles have not identified themselves. All TIE fighters, beware of enemy shuttles. Good work, Alpha 1. Primary mission objectives complete.
Yeah!
Well done, Alpha 1. The first wave of freighters and transports has been inspected. Good work. Help with the capture operation or return to base. Alpha 1, help the transports weaken the freighter's shields.
I'm glad you're enjoying yourself.
I'm having a great time. Now I just need to know
it's
how to
good to
turn
enjoy
my
yourself
lasers
sometimes.
back on.
You could turn your lasers off?
Yep.
Why would you ever turn the lasers off?
Okay. The
it's
semicolon
like
button is
supporting
boost
power,
lasers from
right?
shields. And the comma button is boost... Okay.
Okay, but what if these are all sprites?
Okay.
And there were catmen leading them?
Okay.
And you killed all those catmen.
Okay, but what if... Hear me out. What if... I did a Kickstarter, and then people just kept giving me money.
Oh man, what a life.
But you have to deliver a video game or a final product.
No,
right,
I don't.
Brayden?
How many years has it been?
That initial Star Citizen Kickstarter was 2012 or 2013.
God.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, the game is sort of playable, right?
Yes, but it's
Yeah,
it's
what
a bunch
version
of
of it?
disconnected modules.
It's almost
And-
like promising literally every possible experience.
It's almost like feature creep is real and hates you.
How many times do you think that has effectively started over on an entirely new engine?
Multiple
Twice.
times, yeah, like
Because they were on how do I lasers? How do I turn on my lasers?
Trailer to show off all the Hollywood talent they had gotten.
remember when they did a roadmap for their roadmap?
Okay.
Hey Braden, remember when we used to have someone on the forums who would consistently defend that game and its practices?
No, listen, guys. It's real.
It's like, okay, man, tell me that you bought in. Like, hey,
Alpha 1, target disabled.
All right.
I'm not gonna tell you that your game that you are personally invested
that
in
you
is-
have bought into.
I'm not gonna tell you what I think about this if you're having a good time with what they have provided across a
Alpha
continuum
1,
of
there are some new craft to inspect.
years.
Target destroyed. Alpha 1, commence capture operation.
But at the same time,
At the same time,
let's not fuck around here.
we gotta scan all these container ships. They might have rebel spies in them.
Capture operation complete.
Look, they're Corellians, so they look like the Millennium Falcon.
I know that thing.
It's that thing. It's in the Star Wars.
Remember when you were a child and enjoyed the Star Wars?
Protect the captured
I
freighter.
do. What if I felt like that as an adult?
I'm sorry.
How much money do you want?
I'm so sorry.
Okay, what if I paid $6,000 for 2 nights in a hotel?
Nobody would ever do that.
This is Gamma 1. Target destroyed. Good work, Alpha
Yeah,
1.
look at that.
Mission objectives completed.
Look at that.
Good work. The second wave of freighters was inspected. More importantly, we have captured the rebel freighter.
Has been inspected.
We did it.
I do love how somebody managed to sell this as like the opening levels of this
the-
game.
This is some real flight sim ass shit.
Yeah.
This is how you sold this to flight sim people. That's the actual answer.
Oh, I scan them. Oh, see if they're illegal or not. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't like them.
Also,
illegal.
doesn't Wing Commander have levels like this?
Yes. Kind of.
There's a lot of in the first. Well, I mean, I guess I can't speak to it because I've only seen like 40% of that game.
Isn't there a game set in the Wing Commander universe where you're just like a trader?
Yeah.
There's multiple.
Yeah.
Yes. Wing Commander Privateer is a banger of a game. Maybe I should stream that. Maybe I should figure out how to get a flight stick to play nice with DOSBox.
That's a tough one.
Okay, hold it.
So what you're saying, Braden, is you're gonna get a HOTAS set up.
No.
Just get a Gravis gamepad, hook it up to your game port.
Okay, how do I dock with the space station?
So you need help docking?
Shut up.
What?
I have a HOTAS not 15 feet from where I am.
Yeah, you do.
I used to have one of those, and then I think I sold it.
I couldn't possibly.
If I remember correctly, I think I won it at a, not that I was any good or anything. It's just I was at a Unreal tournament in Toronto,
How do
and
I
they had a
end the
raffle, and I
mission?
happened to win a bunch of dumb shit like
How do
Yeah,
I
that's
end
awesome.
the
That's
mission?
You
Yep.
turn off the game.
I also won a year's subscription to GameTap, which I did not really use.
Didn't need
Oh.
that.
I had to hit the space bar when I was close enough. Look, I did it.
You have discovered a freighter full of rebels.
GameTap
trying to
still
escape from
exists,
their
right?
base on Hoth.
I think
Excellent.
You can go to their
Ubisoft.
website.
As we expected, fleeing
think that-
rebels
yeah,
are
doesn't
trying to
Ubisoft
sneak
own them
through
now?
this sector. We captured a freighter full of rebels trying to escape from the planet Hoth. Hoth, a nearby ice planet, was the main base of the rebels. The recent Imperial attack
I
on
think my
this
favorite
base
thing about
has
GameTap
driven
was
their
that bootleg
forces into
PlayStation
flight.
controller they gave you with it.
The interrogation of these rebel prisoners should help us track more of them down.
God, remember when like PC game controllers were just the worst?
Don't.
Or
Yeah,
any
good for you.
goddamn like unofficial non-console manufacturer controller, like all those dog shit Mad Catz controllers.
Oh yeah, those were never really all that good. I mean, they weren't as bad as some people say too, but they weren't great. I just remember you would get like a controller that would look like a PlayStation controller, except it's like, okay, well, you got 8 buttons here, but the 4 shoulder buttons are just remaps of the 4 face buttons. So congratulations, you bought a 4-button controller.
The one that I would always swear by are like MMO mice that have the buttons on the side.
Who have pledged their fealty to him. You will have many
Isn't that like a
opportunities
standard
to serve
nowadays?
the
Pretty much
Emperor
every mouse
and will
has
be
like
rewarded
extra
for your
buttons.
efforts.
No,
In the
but they
mission
would have
ahead,
like a
I am
number pad
special
on the side
envoy
of it.
the Emperor.
Oh yeah,
In
no,
this
that's
time of crisis,
jeez.
political intrigue and
No,
open rebellion,
Jatsu,
the
if you've never
Emperor
seen these,
requires special-
Google MMO.
No, I've seen them. I can't.
3 TIE fighters from
Can't do
Alpha,
it.
Beta, and Gamma squadrons will patrol the area around the station. Your
I don't understand
weapon
how people
arming
would be able
crew
to
has added
function with
concussion
that.
Missiles to your TIE fighter
I got
for more
concussion
fire.
missiles on this TIE fighter now.
3 TIE Your weapon. All TIE fighters will destroy any incoming enemy ships before they can destroy our station. Assume any trouble will come from the direction of Boy 18, where we stopped the smuggled rebel cargo. Our forces must survive until the Imperial-class Star Destroyer Hammer arrives to relieve us.
Y-Wings!
Alert. There are unknown craft entering our area.
Not on my watch, buddy.
Beta and Gamma squadrons engaging enemy forces.
Transmission received, Alpha 1, using your target for attack.
Yeah.
Alpha Squadron, join the attack and engage the enemy. Stop all Y-Wings from making torpedo runs.
I forget, was this before or after X-Wing?
X-Wing was the first one.
Then they did X-Wing versus TIE Fighter, which is a multiplayer focused game.
I died. I got hit once.
You hate to see it.
Oh, it's a good death camp though. Spiraling for
Yeah.
so long.
Alright, that's Star Wars. Maybe
That was
I'll
all
play
the Star
more of
Wars.
either of these games. And just... Alright, is
Fast.
anyone streaming?
I'm gonna start up again at the end of the month.
Yeah, regardless of if Twitch decides to be nice with you or not.
It's been 4 months
Yeah, that's
Have
fair.
you gotten like any emails whatsoever?
and automated.
So you have an
Honest.
automated email.
All right, Smite is playing something.
I mean, they will get back to you. It just takes for fucking ever.
Yeah.
They're too busy deciding whether deciding
these
how horny you're
female-presenting
allowed to be.
nipples.
Yeah, but finally the buttocks has been freed. We
Finally,
can all rejoice.
female presenting nipples. Good
That's
night.
what it is. Good night.
Good night, guys.
Right.
All right. See you guys.